Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marta and today I'm doing something that I've been waiting a long time to do, not like super long, but I'm going to show you my Emme Cosmetics both shadow and highlighter collection, and I ordered my first two orders from them during their Black Friday sale, where I ordered all of the highlighters that I have plus some shadows, but I never ordered any mattes, but I did order some matte shadows in February, so now it's the 10th of March when I'm filming this, and I ordered like the 18th of February, and then I got both my packages within like 10 days or something, so then it was like super quick. And yeah, now I have this little collection of their shadows, and I do have some highlighters. It's all of the highlighters in this palette right here, so I have 5 different highlighters from Emme Cosmetics, and it's a company that is like made out of just one person, and she is just great with her customer interactions and everything. It's like she comments on everything that people post, and you can truly see that it's like a passion of her to make great makeup, and I just think it's great to support brands like that. So yeah, I think I will just go ahead and swatch this. By the way, the prices for the shadows are, I think it's like, it varies a little bit on the different kinds of shadows and highlighters, but I know that the highlighters, they retail for 14 Canadian dollars, so it's a little bit less in American dollars. And the shadows are, I mean, at least a couple of them, like the more shimmery ones, because there are some different formulas right here, but like the most shimmery ones like Moonwake and Flame and Youniverse, those retail for 14 Canadian dollars like the highlighters, but all of the others are 8 Canadian dollars. So I think it's a quite normal price, and considering all of this is handmade, and I think almost all of them are vegan as well, I believe so, but there's a lot of information on each of the shadows on her webpage, so if you're not sure if they're vegan or not, just go in there and it's quite easy to see if they are or not. But I do believe that most of them at least are vegan. So yeah, I'll just go straight into the swatches, and I do believe I will just start out with the highlighters. And yeah, I think I will just talk to you guys when I'm swatching them, so I will just start out with the highlighter right here. I will just turn down the lighting a little bit because it's really hard to see the shifts of the colors like this. So this is the shade Moonlight. It's a basically like a iridescent white to blue one, and it's really stunning. Oops. So you can see Moonlight right here, and it's like all of her highlighters are super glowy, and you can basically like not really see it on the side, but when you have the light straight onto it, then you can see it very nicely. So that is Moonlight. And the next shade is Sunlight, which is right here, and this is like a warm orangey, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like a super gorgeous highlight, and I have it on one of my cheeks, so you will see that later in this video. And it looks like this swatched out. So this one is really stunning for when you have some warmer looks. Next up we have a pink highlighter, which is called Pink Nebula, and like all of these formulas are basically the same except from the next one that I'm going to swatch. So these are like very like buttery, creamy, and very easy to apply onto your skin, and very glowy, as you can see. So the next one I feel like is a little bit different. It's not that it's like super chunky, but as you can see, it has more texture to it than the other ones. And this is the newest highlighter, I believe. It's called Sidereal or something. I don't know how to pronounce it honestly, but it's a teal highlighter, and it's really pretty too. So I really do like this one for when I'm doing green looks or teal looks or something like that. So as you can see, it does look like it has a tiny bit more texture, but it's still not glittery. And then we have the last highlighter that I have. It's called Northern Lights, and it's a purple highlight, which is also stunning. and it has the same formula like the other ones that I have right here. So it's basically just a gorgeous, gorgeous purple highlight. And as you can see, it is a little bit similar to Moonlight, but you can definitely see a difference. So I really do like that they're all like so different and unique. So that is all of the highlighters swatched out. I will just go ahead and take some pictures, and I guess I can just show you in a little bit less light, and I will just show you that it's not glittery by putting some blitz or some light straight onto them so you can see that it's not glittery. So that is with my phone here with light on, and they're just really pretty. And these colors are like so natural that if you are just getting into colorful highlighters, I think these are great. So now let's get into swatches of the eyeshadows. I'll make sure to turn down the lighting a bit here too so you can see them true to themselves. This is a glitter called Earth, and it's actually biodegradable, which is just amazing. Then we have here one of the more shimmery formulas, and it's called Moonwake, and it's just stunning as an inner corner highlight. Then here we have Tangerine, which is one of the more new shadows that she has in her collection. And then it's Peach Macaroon, which I believe is one of the older ones. So this is how they're looking swatched. As you can see, the mattes, they're very like soft, so you have to be kind of careful. I haven't swatched them before. So yeah, but this is Earth. Then we have Moonwake, Tangerine, and Peach Macaroon here. Again, it's Earth, Moonwake, Tangerine, and Peach Macaroon. I will just be swatching this by itself since it's like a loner here, and this one is one of the more textured duochromes that she has, and it's called Flame. And it's the one I will be using in today's look that I'm showing you afterwards. So it's just a beautiful duochrome, and it goes like from almost like pink to orange, but it's also like a little bit red and bronze, so it's kind of hard to explain. But I will be showing you in some different lightings afterwards so you can hopefully see a little bit more of the dimensions in the shades. And just look at my finger, how beautiful this shade is. It's super, super creamy. So for the next row here we have the gorgeous deep, deep blue shade called Marine. And then we have a olive shade here called Olivia. Then it's Venice, which is also in the Flower Garden palette. And then it's Youniverse, which is one of the more textured duochromes. And they look like this on my finger. I believe Venice is also to count as a duochrome, but it retails for $8 Canadian dollars, I believe. Just double check the pricing if you're interested in that. So we have Marine, then we have Olivia, here's Venice, and Youniverse. I'm just going to build up Youniverse a little bit so you can probably see it a little bit better, because this one is very pigmented when you use it on the eye. Now for the last four, then we have here Periwinkle, which is like one of the most gorgeous mattes I've ever seen. Then it's Elysian, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Then it's Lilly. And last but not least we have Urban Fairy, which is also in the Flower Garden palette. I do believe that at least this one, Lilly, is also there, but this is Urban Fairy, which is a shimmer. So Periwinkle, Elysian, Lilly, and Urban Fairy. Periwinkle, Elysian, Lilly, and Urban Fairy. Okay, you guys, so that is all of the Emme Cosmetics shadows that I own swatched on my arm. And how beautiful are all of these shades, right? So that is basically all of the swatches, and I hope it was helpful for you. And yeah, I just really love all of these shadows. They're just so gorgeous, as you can see. Obviously the mattes are a little bit, I wouldn't say loose, but they're just a little bit fragile, so they have a lot of kick up when you touch them, just so you're aware of that. But for me that's absolutely no problem, and they don't seem fragile. Like for example the Divina shadows, they crack quite easily, and these do not seem to be like that. But I mean, then again, I haven't had these for that long, so maybe they are, but they don't seem like it, at least. So yeah, that's the swatches, and if you're interested in seeing how I created this look using Flame, I used Peach Macaroon, Tangerine, Moonwake for my inner corner, and then I used both Olivia and Venice for my lower lash line. If you're interested in seeing me use those for this eye look, then please keep on watching. For today's look, I think I want to go in with more of these kinds of shades, but we will just have to see how I'm going to do it. I don't really have many deeper shades. I have used this one before and I felt like the look turned out amazing, so I should probably buy one, like a dark shadow, just so I have more versatility with only my Emme Cosmetics shadows. But I will just go ahead and start with this one on my outer crease. This one is called Peach Macaroon. And as my base today, I am using a new base that I haven't tried before, and it doesn't really cancel out any of my discoloration on the eye, so I'm not sure how to do that. But I mean, if you look at how the shadow is applying, it does look really nice. And I have found with the few mattes that I've used from Emme Cosmetics already that they are so pigmented and they blend out like almost by themselves, honestly. Like, I don't even have to blend much more than this. It looks so good already. So next I'm just going to take the shade next to it. As you can see here, it is a bit powdery, but I don't really mind kick up in the pan. But I'm going in with the shade Tangerine here, and I'll just be applying that on the inner corner. And as you can see, I always just tap the shadow in place because I haven't set my base, and then I feel like the pigment really grabs onto the base that I'm using, and it just gives the best pigmentation in my opinion. And then I just slightly blend out the edges, just like I always do. Wow, this is looking so cute already. So since I didn't set my base, I will just be going in with a tiny blending brush, and I will just be taking some of my setting powder that I just used, and I will be just applying it here to make sure that my base is set, and to like get a tiny bit of a highlight, just like a natural highlight, because it's translucent white powder. Like, how easy was that? So I do have a tiny bit of fallout. I don't know if you can really see because I'm so pale, but I will just try to whisk it away. And in order to use a couple more shades, I will be going in with the green shade Olivia, I believe. So I'll just use a tiny blending brush like this. It's the S5 brush from Kaleidos Makeup. The other one that I just used is the S3, which is like my favorite brush of all time. It's also from Kaleidos makeup, of course. And I will just be using this lighter green shade right underneath my eye right here. It also has a tiny bit of fallout and kick up in the pan, but also has great pigmentation. It's actually the first time that I'm using all of these matte shades because I've only used the purpley ones. But I'm so into shades like this right now. So I'm really happy to have picked up these. I do have a lot more on my wish list from Emme Cosmetics. So I'm not sure if I'll purchase immediately when she reopens the store. She's holding the store closed a little bit just because she had so many orders of the Flower Garden palette that she has, and a lot of these shades that I have here is actually in that palette. Okay, so I will just again whisk away the fallout. Again, beautiful shade, works so effortlessly. And yeah, why not just finish the whole look, because it's so simple, so I don't think I'm going to forget any steps. Usually I just do both of my eyes at the same time, but I will just be finding a flat brush. So again, just using the one I have from Kaleidos Makeup, which is the S4 brush. And I think I will have to use some glitter glue, so I will just be going in with my BH Cosmetics Base Booster and use that as a base for the shadow that I'm going to use, which is going to be this beautiful duochrome shade right here. It's called Flame, I think. Since I also want to try that green shimmer called Venice, I'm just adding some of that glitter glue also on my lower lash line, just to like have it right close to my lower lash line right here. And then I'll just be dispersing the glitter glue also on the top lid, so I'm just basically cutting my crease with the glue. So this is basically the look. I will also add, okay, I'll just do it right now. I will just add a tiny bit of glitter glue in my inner corner because I have a beautiful shimmery sparkly shade from Emme Cosmetics that's called Moonwake, and it's sort of like yellow to green almost. It's the one right here, so I will just apply that as my inner corner highlight, honestly. So I think that's it for the eyeshadow look. I will of course go in with mascara, some black liner, and in the inner corner, no, in the waterline I will just use some white liner. And I'll do my other eye, put on some lipstick, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. It's turning a little bit dark outside and I'm sitting right in front of the window, so if the lighting has changed, that is why. But I just forgot that I wanted to use some of the highlighters as well for this look. So I'm thinking, just because I'm like showing off the highlighters and the shadows in this look, that I will use two different ones, on like one on each side. So I think I will just be going in with Sunlight and what is it called? Pink Nebula, just because those go very well with this look. So this is Sunlight, the more warm toned, almost orangey highlight, and I'll just apply that to my right cheek right here, and now you will see how beautiful and glowy it is. So what I do is basically just I pack it on and almost like foil it to the side. And I'm just going to take the other side of this brush and go into Pink Nebula, and I'll apply that on the other side. just turning down the lighting so you can see this is sunlight, very like a warm goldy shade almost, and then it's pink Nebula here, which is quite true to pink, and none of them are very sparkly or anything, they're just really pretty. And for my lips I ended up just using a random lip liner from a Norwegian brand, and then I used my lippy sticks from Colourpop in the shade Psych, which is supposed to be matte, but as you can see it's quite creamy. So yeah, now I'll show you the finished look. So that was how my finished look using my Emme Cosmetics shadows and highlighters turned out, and I cannot say anything else other than that I love these shadows. They're so pigmented, they blend beautifully, and she has, not that she has like super many shadows to choose from, but I mean she has a decent range of shadows, and I feel like the shadows, like they cover a lot, like you have so many different shades, both blues, you have greens, you have your normal neutral ones, you have some warm toned pinks, yeah, and the shimmers are very beautiful, and she has some very unique shades there. And I'm really happy with all of the different shades that I've picked up, and I will definitely be purchasing some more, I just don't know when. So yeah, I hope you liked this look, and if you are considering to buy some shadows or highlighters from Emme Cosmetics, that it was helpful for you to see them swatched out. So thank you so much for watching, and remember to comment down below if you have any thoughts on these, if you have them yourself and you've tried them out, and yeah, just let everyone know what you think of them down in the comment section. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. Thanks for watching, bye!